Hello and welcome to the AfterBurners podcast. I'm your host Samuel Oney and this is episode 12. With me, I have Wes Spearman and Henry Buxton. Lads, how are we doing?
You're a bit excited today, Sam.
You're very excited.
Is there a reason?
No, I'm just my regular self. Only that Monaco's this weekend.
Monaco, yes. I know two of us are happy.
Great.
Wes, you
It's
sound...
not like it's Abu Dhabi or anything.
Yeah.
Or
True.
France.
Yeah,
You sound so downhearted. What's going on?
Well, we'll get onto it a bit later, I'm sure. We've got other stuff to talk about.
No
first.
problem.
Stay listen to the podcast and you'll find out why.
So
Doesn't
we've
matter.
got a lot to run through today. We're talking McLaren's new bold livery.
Woo!
Whoa.
Yeah, they're turning up the style in Monaco.
Yeah.
We're also going to be discussing Hamilton's contracts, hopefully, this summer. And then is Monaco really the place for racing, or is it just known for its venue? Did you know Wes doesn't like Monaco racing?
Yeah, I think we established
Did
that. We'll find out that in a bit.
Yeah,
Find out.
and then we've got the preview of Monaco itself. We've also got a little quiz later, and also,
David Coulthard wants to play with himself, essentially.
let's jump into it. And then we've got a quiz at the
That's
end.
kind
as
of
I
mad
say.
still. As Sam would say.
Right, let's jump into it then. McLaren, new livery, Monaco, they're turning up in style. Henry, let me know your thoughts.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting this energy, Sam, and I'll match your energy.
Turning up the microphone.
They normally do sort of liveries at Monaco and things like that. I remember that. Was it that dodgy diamond one where they had the diamond in the front and they crashed and they couldn't find the diamond at the end? That was funny.
Jaguar, I think it was, yeah.
But they normally do special liveries, and I think that McLaren have done one for golf, is it?
Yeah, golf oil.
Golf oil.
Golf oil, yeah.
And it's half orange, half blue, and a lovely blue colour at that as well. I think it's new because obviously we know McLaren as a completely full orange car with, obviously a bit of blue. Like a deeper blue. So to have a new livery for Monaco, it's brilliant. We get to see just a new sort of car on the track as well. And it is quite a nice livery as well. So it'll be good to see them.
It's beautiful.
to
Wes,
them
let me
go
get your
past.
thoughts.
Yeah, well, I think the sort of golf livery is one of the most iconic liveries ever in motorsport. It's just that sort of pale sky blue with that orange. It just works so well, and it's been around for, I think, about 50 years now, and it's just
apart from the Marlborough sort of thing going on as
True,
well,
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
like that matches it. I think.
the red and white again.
the red and white
McLaren
Marlboro.
as well.
Yeah, McLaren are doing it, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I love the detail as well, especially the orange on the nose and the front wings. Like, it's really beautiful.
It's a different sort of type of. It's like more of is it more of like a metallic finish than like a matte finish, isn't it?
I don't.
From what I've seen.
I haven't looked into it that much, but I just know it looks absolutely stunning, and it's going to be beautiful. It's another blue car on the grid, though.
What has been your favourite sort of alternative livery that's come from a team? Can you remember any?
I can't remember any, to be fair.
I mean, I read an article from WTF1 with like all their like the top 10 or 10.
I think I've seen that as well.
Yeah, alternative liveries, and the Red Bull ones have been quite good.
Yeah.
When they've been promoting, I think it was Superman and Star Wars.
Yeah.
In Monaco as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
You had all the pit crew dressed up as stormtroopers for one of them, which was quite funny.
And then they retired both of their cars after like lap 7 or something. That was really bad. It's like, oh god. But that I think the Star Wars one, because I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
One,
I like the Star Wars one. But also I remember the one, it was Red Bull again. I actually went to this race. It was in 2012.
Yeah.
And it was in Silverstone. And they had like all the pictures
all the
and
faces,
stuff of people that you can send in. You can have your face on the Red Bull car, and that was quite a nice one.
That reminds me, because I think Williams are doing something similar, because they're doing this thing where I think you can get your name on the Williams car. Again, I think it's not this weekend, but next weekend in Monaco. And you go onto their website and you enter and you put in like when you were a fan of, when you started becoming a fan of Williams, like do you remember any particular driver racing for them? Do you remember the first race weekend you saw? And you get this sort of number at the end. I can't remember what mine was, but you get entered into a chance of with your name and your Williams number on the car in Monaco, and I just think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, it's a good fan interaction.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Which I think Mercedes do
did
something like that, but
yeah.
they did it with the team that was already there. It was like everybody
Yeah.
who's involved in the team was on the thing. And I remember there was different people on Twitter who were part of the Mercedes team taking pictures of their name on the actual car, which I think was really cool. So yeah, stuff like that, like when it's fan interaction. I know that there's a lot of fan interaction in Formula E, a bit too much.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, it just brings something new to the sport. And also, I want to touch on just really quickly where was it? It was, I can't remember what race it was. Might have been
in Formula 1. Or Formula
was
E?
it
IndyCar?
In Formula 1, it was the 1,000th race Ferrari one.
Ferrari.
Oh, yeah. They brought this sort of like slightly darker, more burgundy red.
Where was
I think
that?
it was Mugello.
Mugello, yeah. I was thinking it was Italy. I was going to say Imola, but I was like, it's not Imola. But yeah, that was a really nice livery
It was the race weekend that I think Sebastian Vettel announced he was going to Aston Martin whilst he was still at Ferrari as well.
Happy 1,000th race.
I remember it on Drive to Survive, and Ferrari 1,000th race brought this sort of new, sort of darker coloured car. And
lovely.
then the same weekend, Sebastian Vettel, I'm off to Red Bull. No, not Red Bull, Aston Martin.
It was nice. Just a bit of talk about liveries there. Yeah, just to talk more. Just go. Yeah, it's a nice livery. Moving on.
yeah, it is. It is, and it's not long until we actually see the car.
Yeah, well,
on
2
track.
days.
Yeah, 2 days.
We record this on Tuesday, by the way.
Yeah.
So in 2 days, so your Thursday practice.
Thursday practice.
Is it Thursday or Friday?
Practice.
Friday practice, isn't it?
So you don't know.
It's Friday practice.
You don't know. So practice is going to be on Thursdays for Monaco because I think I saw it on WTF as well. Apparently, it's to do with Ascension Day in Monaco, a religious event. So I think something to do with harvesting, and so
that's what I thought. I was going to say it's on Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, they get it ready.
Did you just to go on to Monaco again? We'll come back to it. I tweeted out. I don't know if you saw it, but I was watching the boxing. I don't know which boxing match it was. And then right at the end, it was Adam Smith went and catch Monaco tomorrow on Sky Sports. I was like, what? I thought I'd missed everything. I was like, I don't remember doing a Monaco preview in midweek. I was thinking that somebody's got that wrong. It's definitely not tomorrow.
I think I saw that on Twitter.
I thought it might have been like a Formula 2 thing, but it was like literally was like Formula 1 see Lewis Hamilton race. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, that was funny. It was weird, but it was funny.
Glad you mentioned Lewis Hamilton there.
Good segue.
Good segue. Smooth.
He's on it today. He's all excited. He knows how to bring things in, bring things out. Yeah, go on then.
Lewis Hamilton.
We'll talk about Lewis Hamilton.
Mercedes contract. Summer. So, question is, do you think Lewis Hamilton's going to sign the dotted line for 2022?
Yes.
Bottom line, yes. But I think given how long it took for Mercedes and Hamilton to actually come to an agreement for this year, because he's only on a 1-year contract. So, I mean, I assume that if he does get a contract, I'm fairly sure he will.
Number 9.
He'll be offered a contract.
He'll be offered a contract, but
whether he takes it is another matter.
Yeah.
And I think if he does get a contract, it will just be 1-year increments from now on. Because I think Bottas has always been on a 1-year at Mercedes, and I think they'll just do the same with Hamilton because he is coming to the end of his career. He's still one of the best drivers on the grid, but he's 30-something now, mid-30s at least.
35,
36. Yeah. He's around that sort of ballpark. And I think, is there much more that he can achieve in Formula 1? Because he's equalled the World Drivers' titles. He'll probably win this year's as well. So he'll end his career with 8 World Championships, most race wins, most poles, most fastest laps, most points ever in Formula 1, and a whole load of other records. Is there anything more that he can really achieve?
It's almost a matter of does he do a Rosberg where he quits while he's ahead, or does he do a Kimi Raikkonen where he's still in the sport at age 52, racing around in a bloody Alfa Romeo? Like, what does he do?
That would be good to see, though.
I mean,
Go back to
I mean, watching Alonso and Raikkonen, don't we?
You can. I don't know. Would Hamilton do well in a Williams car?
That's just what I was thinking. Imagine like Hamilton does a Raikkonen and goes from like
Mercedes to Williams,
a customer team of Mercedes. It goes to like Aston Martin or Williams or something. That'd be quite. You just have him and Kimi Raikkonen battling out for 15th or something.
But I think Lewis Hamilton is one of those people that you probably research this because your project again, but it's whether he wants to continue the push to get more ethnically diverse people into the sport, and if that is the case, he might want to stay in the sport so he can inspire more kids. But the fact that he's winning helps that a bit as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think maybe if he does drop back and is midfield again, maybe it's not much of an inspiration because it's like, oh, what's the point? But I feel like he could become an amazing pundit. He could become an amazing media person, maybe represent a team one day. Could even be sitting where Toto's sitting because he's got the knowledge. I think he's got the knowledge.
Of course,
he's amazing. Really, I think he could either do one of those jobs. Whoever snaps him up, if Sky Sports snap him up, if anyone snaps him up, they have got a hell of a knowledgeable person on their hands.
Hell yes.
Imagine, I know. All my thoughts go out to Schumacher at the moment because obviously he's still recovering. Yeah. But imagine having Schumacher even talking like that would have been amazing to have him talk about F1 week in week out. He's won 7 world championships. You're not going to get a better knowledge of what's going on in F1 than somebody who's won 7 titles coming up to 8 with Lewis Hamilton. If he retires, I think we might even be coming to the end of the Lewis Hamilton era, which is a shame because he is getting older. And I think knowing Lewis as a person, he'll probably want to quit while he's ahead. Yeah. Well, not quit for lack of a better word, but like just move on to pastures new, but still stay within F1. So like media or even being a constructor of some sort. So I think he will stay in the sport of F1. It just depends where it goes. And then again, if he's down to another 5-year contract, I won't be complaining because I love seeing him drive.
I'm just imagining the banter in Sky Sports, for example. If you had Hamilton, Rosberg, Jenson Button, just all his old teammates there.
You had Paul di Resta as well. That would be good.
Anthony Davidson.
Yeah, loads of good people.
Yeah, I mean Lewis Hamilton, he's a pioneer of the sport, off the track and off it.
Off the track and off it.
Sorry, on the track and off it. He's a great.
We knew what he meant.
Yeah. I knew what he meant.
On the track.
Yeah, he's a role model. But moving on. Monaco.
I really like Monaco. I don't know about you, Sam, but I really like Monaco.
I love Monaco.
Monaco's brilliant.
No, I love Monaco.
It's brilliant.
The racing's good, but I love Monaco.
I don't trust anyone who doesn't like Monaco.
which brings me to don't know what you're on about. Which brings us to the next one. Question: is Monaco known for its racing, or its glitz and glam of the boats and the models and the yachts and the casinos and the hotels? You know what I mean? Henry, let me get your thoughts.
Unfortunately, it is the spectacle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the luxury life of the yacht, casinos, things like that. Watching the race from your multi-million-pound yacht with a glass of champagne, seeing Mazepin enter the sea. It is, isn't it? Like, even though I quite like races like Monaco and Azerbaijan because it's different to the wide open racetracks of other races as well. So I do like the sort of street racing element because I feel like you have to have those races along with the the big scale races like Silverstone and things like that. So I feel like it is a good implement into the calendar. But then again, it's not a race for passing and things like that. I mean, first lap, you got everyone close, and then obviously everyone spreads out. I mean, it's exciting when you go into the tunnel, but that's about it. But I do like...
don't forget about the casino hairpin as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's good as well. Yeah. But yeah, I do like the way Monaco looks. Like, as a viewer, it's nice to watch. Yeah. But obviously, unfortunately, I know Wes makes the point. It's a bit boring after the first 2-3 laps.
Yeah. Speaking of Wes, he doesn't like Monaco racing. Wes,
wow.
Go on and speak your piece.
Speak your piece.
I like Monaco because, as we've already mentioned, it's the glitz, it's the glamour, it's the whole spectacle of it, if you like.
Yeah.
But, and it is a big but, the racing just isn't good. It's boring. The best thing about Monaco is the qualifying, because whoever qualifies first usually goes on to win. In recent years.
Is there chances of there isn't much chances of overtaking on
the cars are too wide and the track is too narrow. I can't think of many overtaking spots besides maybe the chicane after the tunnel or Rascasse.
Yeah.
Besides that, I can't think of because Sandoval, maybe turn one, maybe.
sure?
You've got to be very. It's very, very close to get
I mean,
two
I
cars
know
wide
Formula
through
E
there.
pulled it off, but
'Cause, yeah,
I'm not sure about Formula One.
But the
Devoir.
the cars in Formula E are so much. Well, they're not small by any stretch of the meaning, but they're so much smaller than Formula One cars in terms of width and length. And we saw in their race in Monaco, a couple of weeks ago now, that the race there was actually really exciting because they had loads of overtakes, mainly for the lead. The midfield wasn't too exciting, but you had about 5 or 6 overtakes for the lead. Yeah, but on the last lap alone.
Yeah, but with those sort of cars, they sort of stay quite close together. They're quite similar specs. Plus, they can go slower and faster when they got like the boost. Like what is it called? Attack mode.
Attack mode.
And then fan boost and things like that. So they have got that extra, thing to be able to pass and things like that. And they do stay quite close. But like I said, after 3, maybe 4 laps at a push, Monaco becomes a procession, and that is a shame.
Absolutely. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo in 2018, he won the race with, I think, a failed MGU, whatever the other one is.
MGUK,
yeah. So he had 20% less power, and he still won the race because no one can overtake at Monaco. It's just ridiculous. But
I mean, I would love to live in Monaco,
Well,
but I don't have 500 million. I don't even have the average to live in Monaco. I think the average is like, what, 500 million
There's
alone?
like a really high average income of people that live in Monaco. But the thing is, in Monaco, you're not often born in Monaco. You often just sort of live there because you're rich or somebody is rich. Somebody in your family is rich. That's the only reason you get into Monaco.
Most of the F1 drivers live in Monaco. Well, I know Hamilton lives there, Button used to live there, Verstappen lives there, I think Carlos Sainz lives there, Charles Leclerc obviously lives there.
It's almost like F1 city, isn't it? It's
Pretty
like
much, yeah.
once a year F1 comes to town, but then again it's sort of like everyone from F1 lives there as well. So people are coming home, they're like, oh, I've got a race outside. You can literally see it from your window. They're making the pit lane, the temporary pit lane.
Yeah. So we've got Monaco coming up this weekend. Now, again, Monaco's all about qualifying, So the question I have to ask is, who has the best shot at qualifying? Driver, team?
Well, are we going to go into the predictions then?
Yeah, let's go into
Which brings you to the predictions. Well, I struggled for this one.
I need to think now.
So I'm gonna have to find my tweet.
I think mine. I think I've gone for the same driver for all 3, if I remember.
You've gone for Verstappen, haven't you, this week?
No.
Are you gone
No, I've gone for Verstappen. let me get the old.
So my
spreadsheet.
And then Sam, you've
mixed it up.
You've royally screwed yourself because you said that a different person's going to win qualifying and win the race, unless it's a massive crash.
Yeah.
So I said for myself, Max Verstappen to take pole.
Yeah.
Fastest laps, not necessarily winning the race, but to win the race, I said Lewis Hamilton.
So you think there's going to be like a massive crash?
There's going to be an overtake,
an overtake
crash for the race lead.
Imagine that.
No,
that would make Monaco exciting.
I wouldn't.
I
would not put it.
Imagine an overtake.
What?
One overtake.
But like, imagine an overtake at Monaco between Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen. They literally like touch wheels
through the tunnel.
No.
Through the tunnel.
Through the tunnel and out of the chicane. I think that's the pinnacle point.
Yeah.
So Max Verstappen for pole and fastest lap. Lewis Hamilton to take race win and
driver of the day.
Yeah. This guy has had history at Monaco for at least 5 occasions. Remember this when I say this, 5 occasions. You'll see why. Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren.
Okay.
Driver of the day.
What are the 5 occasions?
Oh, I'm not telling you. You have to see.
Okay.
You have to see. Yeah.
All I can think, he won in 2018. That's it. I mean, he got a podium in 17. But
hold on.
Unless he got 3 other podiums, I can't remember. Has he?
No, all right, predictions then, Henry.
No, Wes first because I need to think.
Go on, Wes. Right, pole sitter.
Pole sitter. I've gone for Max Verstappen. Race winner, Max Verstappen. Driver of the day, Max Verstappen. I've gone for a Verstappen clean sweep, if you like, and I think he'll get pole. I think the Red Bull car suits Monaco more than the Mercedes.
Rearing.
What was that? I didn't
get that
over. Rear wing, was it?
Yeah, because
they've had the flexi wings back, haven't they? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had these sort of flexible rear wings for better aerodynamics, I assume, and the FIA have banned them. But despite that, I still think Red Bull suits Monaco more than the Mercedes. I think Verstappen is just. I mean, he's the best driver Red Bull have got. He's better than Perez and he's better than 2 in AlphaTauri. And
Max Verstappen clean sweep.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, it's just too difficult to overtake at Monaco. So whoever gets pole more often than not goes to win, and because of that, I think he'll get driver of the day as well and fastest lap.
Henry,
Cool.
State your case.
Race winner. No, pole. Sorry, I'll start with pole.
Yeah, pole.
That comes first. Pole position. It's got to be Lewis. I normally make different predictions to you, but I just think I need to start voting for Lewis because I don't think I've guessed Lewis yet for anything. No. I literally haven't the whole time when he's been winning. Just watch the one time I bet on him, he'll lose it. So yeah, pole position Lewis, race winner Lewis, fastest lap Lewis, driver of the day, home race, Charles Leclerc.
He's
in a good run of
He's
form.
been getting better. I literally
But-
said this in the last podcast. He's been getting better
No,
and
of
better
course.
and better. And now it's his home race. He's gonna be in his home country. I think he'll outperform. I think he could even beat Bottas in this race
That's
if
a
he
good
pushes
shout.
hard.
But
He could get podium.
But I'm gonna have to argue that because it takes me back to now the recapping of last year's. We haven't had Monaco for 2 years. Obviously, this year we've been hit by the pandemic, so there was no Monaco race in 2020. But 2019 race, if you don't remember it,
I don't remember it at all. That's probably because it was boring and I don't remember it.
But there was a lot. There were crashes. There was traffic, and Charles Leclerc. He didn't finish the Monaco in 2019. He didn't finish.
Do I remember? Did he crash out at the chicane? I can't remember. Was there a crash at the chicane?
He carried. Yeah, I think he carried.
Yeah.
He carried on going on the
I
chicane.
can't remember.
He crashed. He crashed on the chicane.
Didn't the 2 Red Bulls crash out? If I remember. Like, but Ricciardo went into the back of Verstappen and they both went out. Unless it was Azerbaijan.
That was
That was Azerbaijan.
Okay.
That was in Baku.
I'm getting mixed up between the
You're
two
getting mixed up
races.
there, mate. So, yeah, Max, Charles Leclerc didn't finish in 2019. He didn't finish Monaco race.
That's why I think he'll have the drive after 2 years and crashing out last time. He'll want to finish the race in his own home country and finish on the.
But what if I told you
podium.
that's not the first time he's not finished in Monaco?
Go on then. How
2018.
Yeah.
With,
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
it was
That's what-
Sauber.
Alfa Romeo.
He has the drive.
Yeah.
He has the drive. He's in a better car than he was then.
Yeah.
He's going to have the drive. He's in his own country. He's going to want to finish. And after 2 years of not being there, we're back. I think he's going to want that podium. And I think he might even take it off Valtteri Bottas.
I do.
Hamverlek.
Verhamlek, yeah.
Or Verhamlek. I think Hamverlek.
It's going to be those 3 on the podium.
Hamverlek,
either way,
but-
I think, yeah.
Oh, I don't know about podiums, but as long as Lewis Hamilton's on the podium, then I didn't.
So, do you know we're driver of the day? Are we going bang on, or are we going like most votes if we can try and work that out and get half a point?
If we
you're
can
not
work
going
out
first?
most votes, I think we can get half a point.
Yeah.
If we get it bang on, then we get a point.
So you've gone Verstappen, you've gone Ricciardo, and I've gone.
What,
Leclerc.
driver of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever gets the most votes will get half a point, unless it's the first, and we get a
Yeah.
point.
Danny Rick.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think so, but
Danny
No,
Rick.
I don't think so.
Right. Yeah. Then this was a funny one. Monaco 2019. I think we're coming towards the end of the race. Hamilton's on course to win, but his tyres are giving out. So Hamilton has a little radio tussle with his engineer Bono, and it's quite funny because to put it into context, his tyres, he's not getting enough grip on the tyres, and Verstappen is lurking behind him, and then Hamilton's like, Bono, you know what? I don't know what you're thinking about this, man. Tyres are just not working for me, man. I don't like this. This is on you. You know what? We need to come up with something quick. And it just got me laughing a bit because we all know Hamilton and Bono are tight, because every driver has his own engineer.
get in there, Lewis. Great drive, mate. Thanks, Bono. It literally, isn't it? Get in there, Lewis. Literally every single race.
Yeah, so it was just a funny moment, and yeah. So, do you think we're gonna have a little something like that again this year? I don't know.
I think Monaco's a weird one for tyre management because it's a weird length. It's a weird length, and it's weird because it's not like a straight where you're on like massive straights, big corners. It's literally tight corners, not many straights. I mean, when it is a straight, It's quite short. So the tyre wear when you turn around those corners is quite high, and it's even though it's like quite a short race, you sort of maybe even need a 2-stop strategy. So. Yeah, it is a weird thing, and they probably just didn't manage it well last time. But looking at Mercedes' tactics this season, they've been really good with tyre management and things like that. So I feel like they are getting better with that sort of side because they were quite unreliable the last couple of seasons with tyres and stuff like that. I feel like they've got the head screwed on with this one, and I feel like they'll manage their tyres well in Monaco. And I think he'll be fine come the end of the race, and I think he'll cross the finish line in first. Lewis will.
Number 99. Incoming.
99?
Oh, yeah, will be, yeah. And
101 pole and 99 races if he does the double. So what's the one after this? Is it Turkey?
After Monaco? No, Turkey's been dropped.
Oh, is it been dropped? We were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah, we chatted. I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember
France?
Now. It could... No, I can't...
So, after Monaco? Yeah. I think after Monaco we have...
Styrian?
Baku? I think Baku.
We don't have 2 street races back-to-back, do we?
I wouldn't put it past them to do that.
I genuinely can't remember.
Have you got it?
Baku in June. Baku then France. No, Baku then France.
Yeah, and they have double Austria.
And double Austria again.
So Styrian and then Austria.
Could they not have gone somewhere else?
Why are we going to do it backwards?
I don't know. Could they not have gone to... Is Germany on the calendar this year? I can't
They could have gone somewhere else. We only did 2 races in two places last time because we couldn't get to other places.
Azerbaijan afterwards.
Yeah.
So we've got Monaco this weekend, then Azerbaijan on the 4th to the 6th.
Turkey's been cancelled.
And then Turkey's been cancelled. So France.
That's a long gap between Azerbaijan and
that is a long gap.
It's 2-week gap. 2-week gap, and then a triple header with France, Austria, and Austria.
Yeah.
Then Silverstone,
Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands.
That's
Italy.
mad. Right.
Russia, Singapore.
Russia.
It teeters off getting to the end of the season, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I do like COA though.
So before we finish,
the Americas.
Kota.
So before we
Our
finish,
COA. Of Americas.
Before we finish off in the quiz, let's talk about the new Formula 1 game for 2021.
Yeah. I don't really play it, but
Wes, I believe you saw something on Twitter involving David Coulthard? Yes.
Yeah,
David Coulthard. Do you wanna?
Yeah, well, the new F1 game, F1 2021, I think the last F1 game I played was F1 2016, and that was when Codemasters sort of trying to make it a bit more professional, because F1 2015 was just shocking, to be honest. But over the last few years, they've really picked up their game, and this year, well, if you pardon the pun, but yeah, this year they're having, well, give it some context. In F1 2020, there was this sort of My Team thing, so you could be like the 11th F1 team. You could make your own team with sort of these fake sponsors on your car, your own livery and stuff, and you can pick your own drivers from F2 to start with, and as the season goes on, you progress higher current drivers, and it goes on. But this year they're doing sort of like historical drivers. I think I can't remember if it's 4 or 5,
like
but I think it's
6.
I think 4 of it.
I think it's 5.
Oh, 5.
Or is it 6?
I counted.
Yeah,
I counted
6, yeah.
4.
6.
Yeah, so you got Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, Alain Prost, Jenson Button, Nico Rosberg, and Felipe Massa. 6.
Did you say Coulthard? Yeah.
And David Coulthard, yeah.
So 7.
7 drivers.
And we're all wrong.
Yeah, you can hire. Presumably, they'll be worth quite a lot of money in game.
Yeah,
but
it'd be like legend coins.
Yeah.
Legend cards in FIFA. Like they're quite sought after, and you won't be able to get them that easily.
Yeah. And then you can hire them to race for your team. And it was on Instagram. And
imagine having Ayrton Senna for your team.
Yeah.
And the graphics will be the best they've ever been.
Yeah,
so you literally be able to say like Ayrton Senna. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. And yeah, because David Coulthard is obviously a driver. It was on Instagram, I saw this, and he commented something like, I'd like to play with Ayrton because I've been playing with myself for a few years, which is quite funny.
Yeah, and that was, wow, and that was a funny one.
Yeah.
So
which are there 7? We were going to say, which one would you pick?
Senna.
I think Senna's good.
Senna or Schumacher. They're both the same rate. They're both 94 rated. I think Button's like 90.
So
I quite like Button.
To finish off, because of time, I've got a little quiz. We're gonna have to run through this quickly. Basically, can you name the F1 podium finishers? I was gonna say
of all time?
I had a time frame from 2009 to 2019.
Okay.
So,
Is it for Monaco?
this is for Monaco.
I thought
yeah.
you literally like all time. I was like,
Yeah.
Hamilton.
No. This is Monaco podium finishes from 2009 to 2019, and yes, there will be multiple podiums.
So how many? We need to know how many drivers.
How many are there?
do we need
in
to
total?
guess?
Without the repeat winners.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they'll count as one.
Yeah. 1, 2. I did not count this.
We'll just name them.
Yeah,
Forget it,
go
we'll just
on.
name them. So Hamilton, we'll start off with.
we'll take it in turns. Yeah.
Hamilton.
Correct.
Who's Hamilton?
Vettel.
I'm not going to name the years
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
it's
just
alright,
too
yeah.
long.
Just take it.
Vettel.
Hamilton, Vettel, yes.
Rosberg.
Rosberg, yes. Right, question. Rosberg won Monaco 3 times. Can you guess the
3
years?
times. Blimey.
So-
2016.
17. No, not 17.
2016, nope.
2015.
2015, yeah.
2014.
2014, yeah.
2013.
2013, yes. 3 times.
Well, it had to. It couldn't be with Willie when he was with Williams.
Oh.
It had to be with
Right.
Mercedes.
So you guess Rosberg. Massa.
Good shout.
Oof, that is a
So nice.
shout.
But it's wrong.
Is he on the
That is a
list?
really good guess,
That's
but
a
it's
really good-
wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like what they say on point. Yeah, great answer. Shame it was incorrect.
You know what?
Don't get that. Anyway,
I'm going to, well, I don't know. I missed out 2010's podium finishes. I've got to write them down.
got on the podium. Right, hang on.
2010
We can
podium
sort
Monaco
This is a
finishes.
shambles.
this. Monaco
2010.
GP 2010.
Imagine
Let's
if he
have a
wins
look.
it.
Weber's on
Is
there.
Felipe
I wouldn't.
Is
I wouldn't.
Felipe Massa on there? No, he's not.
Oh,
So
I
Massa's.
give us a clue.
That's interesting.
Kubica.
Yeah. is Robert Kubica there?
Kubica's not on 2010.
Yeah, he is.
He
he is.
Oh, he is.
got
Right,
third
just
place.
just for all of us, can you read out 2010, please?
Right, 2010 was Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel, Robert Kubica.
So another guess. Mark Webber.
Oh yeah, Mark Webber.
Oh, Kubica was 2011.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's still there. So
he's still on the podium. in 2010.
Right.
So who's next?
Who's next? Go on.
Are you going next? Yeah.
Button.
Button, yes,
Yeah,
2009.
Oh yeah, of course. He won. Yeah, he won in 2009, didn't he? With Braun. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure he won, and then he had to run back to the pits or something.
Rubens Barrichello.
Wow, what? Well done.
Good shout.
I didn't think you'd get that.
He was
Yeah.
Braun teammate, wasn't he?
2009. 2009.
Yeah, there you go. With
Double
Braun.
it. Is
I
it,
did-
how many are left? I don't know how many are
Yeah,
left.
how many are left? A few, I reckon.
I want to know if is there any current drivers? Or is there any
There are
Kimi
there
Räikkönen.
are
Kimi
current there are
Räikkönen.
current drivers
Kimi
with
Räikkönen,
Raikkonen,
yeah.
yes. There are
2009.
there are 2 drivers off the current grid. I believe you haven't mentioned.
So it'll be
Vettel, Rosberg, Hamilton.
Verstappen.
Verstappen's never done.
Never done it,
Monaco.
no.
No. Ricardo.
Ricardo, yes.
Oh yeah, we,
Yeah.
we had discussed that
said
before.
earlier, he won.
2 Australians.
Yep. 2016, 2017, 2018.
Can't.
I'm wondering if anybody got like a freak like 3rd place.
Perez.
That's on the, yeah. I was
Force
literally
India,
about to
yeah.
say Sergio Perez.
2016, 3rd place.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Force India would have
Must have
been.
been.
Force India, yes.
How many? How many more are we
I think-
missing?
I think that is all. I think that's all of them. Rosberg, Vettel, Hamilton, Rubens Barrichello.
Barrichello.
Barrichello. Sorry.
Barrichello.
Sorry for my
Rubens
pronunciation.
Barrichello.
Robert
Kubica.
Sorry. Mark Webber,
Has
Alonso.
Bottas not been on the
We didn't say
podium?
Alonso. Did we say Alonso? We didn't say
No.
Alonso. Alonso.
Alonso.
Yes.
Alonso, Valtteri Bottas in 2019.
We didn't say Bottas either.
No, we didn't.
Valtteri Bottas in 2019, and yes, that brings us.
We would have probably guessed them anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that brings us to the
I
end of the
think
quiz.
I'm so glad that I
So-
actually got a good answer this time. Normally I'm like, I have no idea.
So
Yeah.
the Monaco GP starts on Thursday, not Friday.
Thursday. Cool.
So just remember that.
1 day extra.
So ladies
when,
and
when this podcast comes, you can listen to this podcast whilst watching practice,
yeah,
if you want.
you could.
'Cause This comes out on Thursday.
You can listen to it whenever you want.
Yeah.
From
Oh, yeah.
Thursday.
Not just on Thursday. It's available
You can
afterwards as
literally be
well.
listening to this at the end of the season going, well, their predictions
Well,
were
yeah,
wrong,
we
weren't
were
they?
Monaco, the prestige. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the AfterBurners podcast with your host Samuel Oni.
Oh, not
And it's a
Oh,
goodbye
no.
from me. It's a goodbye from Wes
Bye bye.
and Henry Buxton.
Stay safe.
See you soon and
Enjoy
enjoy the
Monaco.
Monaco Grand Prix.